When it comes to off-road toys, few companies do it better than Ariel Motor Company. The small British company specializing in go-anywhere vehicles is transitioning the adventurous Nomad into its second generation. It is truly a completely new vehicle, as only 3 parts have been carried over from its predecessor. The most notable change so far has been under the hood. While the original Nomad used Honda's 2.4-liter K24 engine with a supercharger, the new model switches to a turbocharged 2.3-liter unit from the Ford Focus Saint. It now has a healthy 305 horsepower and 382 pound-feet of torque. As you can tell from those output figures, this isn't a stock engine, as Ariel has tuned the hot hatchback's 4-cylinder mill for its new road-legal off-roader. This represents a significant power increase of 70 horsepower and 161 lb-ft over the previous model. However, the Nomad 2 can be had with a swappable ECU with 3 different maps. Besides the top-end setup, there are also lower configurations with 302 horsepower and 333 lb-ft for the mid-level model and 260 horsepower and 284 lb-ft for the base setup. Since this is a small car with almost no body panels, it weighs almost nothing. The Nomad 2 tips the scales at just 1,576 pounds. It takes just 3.4 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour and continues accelerating up to 134 miles per hour. Sure, it wasn't built to break Nürburgring records, but it has to be one of the fastest cars away from the main roads. Riding on a 94.3-inch wheelbase, this tiny SUV is just 133.8 inches long, 73.2 inches wide and 58 inches tall. The 2-seater is designed to tackle some of the toughest terrain thanks to its 48-degree approach and 64-degree departure angles. It sits on 16-inch wheels with Yokohama Geolandar A/T235/70 R16 tires and uses eyeback coil springs on both axles. As an optional upgrade over the Focus ST's 6-speed manual transmission, Ariel sells the Nomad 2 with the Quaife sequential transmission derived from the Atom 4 and Atom 4R. There is even a hydraulic handbrake when you get into drift and rally cars. As I said at the beginning, only 3 components come from the first-generation model: the steering wheel, pedal box and fuel cap. In keeping with the extra power provided by the engine transplant, the new Nomad 2 features 40% larger brakes. For an additional fee, Ariel takes AP4 piston calipers and 290mm ventilated discs from the Atom 4 and mounts them on all 4 wheels. Structural rigidity has been significantly improved, as the torsional rigidity of the chassis has increased by over 60%. Options are plentiful, including 18-inch forged alloys and 16-inch beadlock wheels. A driver-adjustable ABS also costs extra and comes with selectable on- and off-road settings. The so-called a bikini roof cover provides UV protection, while a rear-mounted rack increases the practicality of this dedicated off-road machine. Math starts at £67,992, $87,000, in the UK before adding more than 100 available options.